Brains, 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 brains. Hey, yo, Alex, hit him with that for me, bruh.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
What was that?
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
I don't think they
Hit
heard
that
you,
bell,
bro.
man. Hit the bell.
I don't think they heard you, bro.
Don't forget.
Like and subscribe, man. Y'all better do that. That's how you get more content. Hit the bell.
And the bell.
Ring the bell.
Bell.
Ring the bell.
Bell.
Click it.
It's short, so I don't know his word.
What's good, folks? This is your boy Jakari from Twisted Nightmare Gaming, and I'm back at you with a deck profile. I will go ahead and straight up say that a good portion of this deck profile is heavily influenced by the Cali effect. Again, I'm not gonna lie, but I do change up some stuff in here. I am missing a couple things in the extra deck, so I do have a substitution in there, and it's kind of purely for the shits and giggles for it, because it's funny that you can summon them in here, and I just didn't want to do access code talker. That was really what it boiled down to. So, as you see, I'm doing a zombie deck. With the intro, if you could guess the song the actual song that hook is for, that I parodied from, more power to you, put it in the comments. But let's go ahead and get started. Alright, main is 42. I don't have an actual side at the current moment. So, one Algo Mazera, two Shang-Chi the Spirit Owl, and I am kind of going against my normal ways when it comes to doing zombie decks. This is a heavily combo influence deck. So, one Devouring Sarcophagus, one Baladrock, I'm not actually going to do a combo tutorial because my honest to God combo tutorial for this would be along the exact same lines of the deck profile and combo tutorial that Cali Effect did. Nothing really changes from it. I just changed up certain cards. The only hand trap that I run is 3 Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Chill. I don't run Ash, don't run Imperms. I don't actually run any traps in this deck. And yes, I kind of put these in alphabetical order instead of order of importance. 1 Globe Bloom, 3 Gozuki, 2 Mad Mauler, and 3 Mizuki. Three Banshee, 1 Plague, and then one of your main main normal summon. Let's be real, it's your main normal summon. Besides Gozuki, is 3 unit zombie. That's it for the monsters. I believe it was 24. 1 Called By, 1 Foolish, 1 1 HFD, 1 instant fusion. One Monster Reborn, 1 Raigeki, 3 Ready Fusion, 3 Super Poly, 3 Zombie Reborn, and then 3 Zombie World. Alright, so reasonings for a lot of the choices in this deck. I really just wanted to test out running Algul, Mazera, and Devouring Sarcophagus, which in all actuality, these two in this deck are actually hilarious because he does provide not only an added body but a defensive option, and if you pull this one off, it's a double snatch because the monster that kills it you take, and then if they hit you, you can banish this, take that one. If I'm not mistaken, that's exactly what you. Yeah. When your zombie monster is destroyed by battle with an opponent's monster, while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this, take control of that monster, and if you do, it becomes a zombie, and its attack and defense becomes 0. And you can use you can use this one once per turn. Each effect once per turn. Oh, you can only use the second effect once per turn, which is funny. Meaning that if you wanted to go a full defensive measures version of this deck, you would take maybe two copies, maybe 3 at the most. Because the first snatch effect is not a once per turn. Ironically enough, but it can miss timing because it's a when you can effect. So if they have something that can do an effect by destroying something, it could possibly make you miss timing. So the Spirit Owls are in here for the simple fact of if it gets banished, you can do some things with it. It's a level 6, so it's a Mad Mauler target. Same thing with Baladrock. Mazera is a Mauler target while it's engraved. And the main reason why I'm running Mourner is basically Effect Veiler with a burn. So, to the extra deck. So my 2 ready fusion targets. Oh, I didn't put these in order. There we go. So everything should be in order at this point. 1 Alvan, which realistically I should be running 2. That or 2 of one of the other fusions in my extra deck. 1 Drago Necro. And then either 1 or 2 Sea Monster or Theseus. Primarily just because they're non-effect fusion tuners, so they're both ready and instant fusion targets. So it's the reason why you max out on the readies. And then 1 Predaprint Drago Stapella, which you could do Starving Venom if you wanted. To the links, 1 Avenged Savior. In all honesty, running him at 1 and then 1 Vampire Sucker actually works in this deck because he's kind of a pseudo-foolish burial. Because when he does battle, you can send a zombie from your main deck to the grave, so and then reduce your opponent's monster's attack by the level of stars times 100. So as it stands, I'm running 1 and 1, 1 him, 1 vampire sucker. We'll get to it here. And then here's the funny card in the extra deck: 1 Boral End Dragon. I just wanted to find a way to get this damn thing in here in a deck. It was funny though. You know, you're not running rockets, so you don't get to do the rocket part of the effect. But if your opponent's got a board full of monsters and none of them have a high enough attack, you running in some, you knocking some heads off. 1 Hulk, I mean, realistically, you should have seen that one coming. There's Bloom, Mauler, not Mizuki, but Unizombie, Mourner, and Plague Spreader, all tuners. He gets you where you're going with one of your main combos in this deck. And then if you go the route with Glow Up Bloom, summoning Glow Up Bloom off of him, then you're gonna pretty much link that off into Link Karibo because it's a level 1. 1 Sucker, and then the Link 4 Yukiona because it's a zombie. So yes, realistically, I can go into access code if I wanted to, but I kind of didn't want to. I wanted to go the route with Borland just because it was funny, like I said. 1 Baron the Floor, 1 Formula. You know, you summoned it off the Hulk. You can also summon this off the Hulk because it's a synchro tuner. And then Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord and Skeletal Dragon Felgrand. So the main substitution is if I don't want to go the route of going Boral End Dragon, then I will put in either another Alvain or another Theseus. Again, this deck is very combo centric. I was testing against a friend of mine recently and bricked heavily. My opening hand, minus the Zombie World, my hand was Zombie World. Actually, it was double Zombie World, Algol Mazera, Devouring Sarcophagus, and I think Called By. And I was going first. So I really had no legitimate play. And my homeboy was playing Despia. Made the mistake of not knocking stuff off of my field. So what ends up happening is he swings in the Sarcophagus. Sarcophagus took his first monster. Then he swung in with another monster. I pitched Mazera, special Mazera. Pitched the banished Mazera, special Mazera off of his effect. And then when he swung into the Mazera, because I put it in defense intentionally, I banished the Sarcophagus to take the other monster. So he started off with a board with a shit ton of board presence and ended with absolutely nothing on his board besides a couple of background. Yes, I ended up winning that game. Of course, you know, zombies, gravekeepers, it's my roots. It's things I'm pretty much known for at this point. The main decks I play, it's the decks I have the most experience in building, tweaking, playing around with, testing, deconstructing, things along that nature. You name it, I probably have done it. I actually do have a line in this deck where I can go into access code talker because I could actually switch out 2 cards in the extra deck and literally put in a copy of Scareclaw Tryhard and Access Code Talker. Literally all I would have to do is switch out. It doesn't change too much of my lines. It doesn't really make it any more difficult. It just changes what cards you need for the combo. But that's it for the deck profile, folks. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If there's any ideas you want to toss out for me to test with this, I will do so, and then I'll profile that one at a later date. I'm already contemplating testing it with Zombie Necronize and possibly Power Struggle. I thought about running Haunted Zombies in here, which, if you notice, most of the stuff in this deck, most of the newer stuff in this version, all came from Dimension Force. The Mazera, the Mauler, the Sarcophagus, and the Zombie Reborn all are from Dimension Force, and that makes a lot of the combo possible. So, let me know what you think. If you like this new playmat, this is the all black one with the with zones. You can get it without. You actually have to reach out to me directly, because this one was one that I had custom made, because I don't have this particular version of my logo on YourPlaymat.com. So I'd have to get this one made for you. So, again, as always, same thing with this, with sleeves with this version or the blue version, because the only logos I have for mats and sleeves on YourPlaymat are my original logo. So, as always, shirts are available. Just reach out to me for prices. Things are going to change. I'm gonna probably go through a different shirt manufacturer here coming up really soon, because I kind of want to lower the cost of the shirts to make them more readily available and accessible. So, and then possibly coming out with more merchandise here very soon. This has been your boy Jakari from Twisted Nightmare Gaming signing off. Till the next one, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell for all future notes. Have a good one, folks.